Let's check and see what the weather gonna be like. What the weather is in Long Beach, California, and surrounding cities.
It's 61 degrees and cloudy in Long Beach.
You hear that? 61 degrees and cloudy in Long Beach. Participation is at 5 mile. I mean, is 5%. The humidity is 65%. The winds is traveling at 7 miles an hour. Can't even feel that outside because I just come back indoors. And the air quality, mm, 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 mm. That's what my older cousin, one of my two older cousins, Roland Jr. Livingston, say whenever he cooks something or tastes something so good, the eyes roll in the back of his head, he said, air quality is good. They give us a green light. So if you're coming out here from wherever you're coming from in this global or this square planet, Garden of Eden, LA and Long Beach and Compton and Inglewood, Gardenia, Norwalk, Orange County, San Diego. Yeah, Palm Springs. Yes, indeed. San Bernardino, all of it is good today, y'all. It's good. It's good. Air quality is great all over here on the West Coast. So come on home, y'all. Come on home. All right. I want to talk to y'all. First, let me just check something else. Let me check something out real quick while I let y'all listen to this. I am just Will LeVay. Yeah. Nephew Will out there in Bakersfield. I see you and I hear you and I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you reaching out to me earlier today. I'm just checking my Facebook and my Twitch account and seeing if we are up and running, and we're up and running. So let me go to YouTube and then we'll see. I love my Southern Soul Blues. I tell you, I love my Southern Soul Blues. Me and my Southern Soul Blues, man, we just have so much of a good time. We have so much of a good time. I'll be with y'all in just a second. I'm just checking all my channels, just like we do when we try to find a good movie. Ain't that something? We just going at it right here on YouTube and on Twitch and on Facebook. I got one of my 4 grandbabies here. Yes, I do. I have Claire Olga Olepa Livingston here with her mama and her grandma and one of her uncles, Brendan Brodus Livingston, and myself and my 9-year-old grandson, Isaiah. I tell you, man, that little whippersnapper, he just loved being active. He playing that baseball, y'all. 9 years old. And boy, he's blessed. He's gifted. And then we have 18-month-old. Then we have 18-month-old Clint Marshall Jr. Livingston. And he looks so much like his Uncle Brendan and my dad's second oldest brother. And my dad's second oldest brother, Uncle Brodus. He looked like his Uncle Brodus and his great Uncle Brodus. And he looked like his Uncle Lloyd, my Irish twin. Give it up. Give it up. Then you got this little rascal right here. We got another little rascal. He might be 7 months old now. His name is Quincy Joel Livingston. We call him QJ. That's what his grandma nicknamed him. And he looked just like his Uncle Jerry Joe Livingston. And he'll look at you. He looked just like his daddy, like their daddy. And he looked like his great uncle Jerry Joe Livingston. Yeah, my second oldest brother. Yes, indeed. And he looked just like my other second oldest brother, Robert Jr. Livingston, down there in Memphis with his lovely wife, Retha, and their daughter, Jessica. Give it up. Give it up. You got to give it up, like Marvin Gaye said. Just like Marvin Gaye said. And let me just say this here. Everybody is they throwing a big kerfuffle about what Trump is doing. You know, Trump is cleaning house with the FBI because they always targeting people of color. Whether you agree with me or not. And he's cleaning house with the Congress and the Senate. Those little rascals, whenever they pass a bill and black folks, Afro-Americans, somewhere down the line, they always got amendments in there to change it and take it away. Thank you, President Trump. But then again, I still say, and I still agree, is that what Eli Musk's son said to him in the Oval Office before he rubbed that booger on Trump's desk, he told him, he said, shh, you know you ain't the president. My daddy's the president. Yeah, Eli Musk gave that $200 or $300 million for Trump's campaign. And you know there's some strings that come along with that. Nothing from nothing leave nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nothing from nothing leave nothing. You ain't gonna be getting that kind of money on any kind of money for just for nothing. Yeah. Well, all these cuts, a majority of them ain't going to go through, you know. So I guess in this case here, I don't know if it goes that you can't blame a person for trying, but I guess you can blame a person for trying because Trump ain't gave up yet. And you got the Supreme Court, federal courts, municipal courts, you got politicians, you got the puppet masters that Trump don't even know that ain't gonna allow certain things to go their way. Because them puppet masters don't want all the money right now from us, even though they got it all, because that means life that exists will come to an end. They have to keep the storyline going. Yes, indeed, they do. I'll just go to Jennifer Hatton back home in Buffalo, New York. Ronnie Bunch, Cheryl McCutcheon, Bernie Bunch, Kevin Lozano, Tony Ray Fikes, Danny Ellis, Michael Gibson, Dawn Spivey, Denise McClendon, oh man, Ray Gates, Michael Gates, Omar Gates, Mary Gates, Ray Dale's lovely wife. They've been together, almost 60 years. Shit. 55, 56, 57 years. Shit, they were been together shit ever since we was kids. You hear me? Ever since we was kids. And then we have Terry Green and Dino Stone, Derek Dino Stone, down there in South Carolina, not too far from Joe Allen Cook. Got to give it up to the Cook family. Near and so far away. Denise Gibson, yes. Deborah Butler. Oh, we have so many friends and families back home. Sandra Buckley. We have to give it up, like Marvin Gaye said. I'll tell you, I split so much firewood. I'll tell you, and I'm just trying to do this physical therapy, to work these ligaments and muscles and strengthen these bones and all this other good stuff. But I do it in moderation, and boy, do I pay for it. I mean, I pay for it. Look, I feel that I didn't even make a dent with all that wood that got dropped off to me, but I have, believe me. I have. I'll show you. I'll do some photos and I'll put them on Facebook about how much wood that I will split. Oh, here go my grandbaby right here. This the 3-year-old. I wish all 4 of them was here. I wish all 4 of them was here. Get up here, Papa. Get up here, Papa. Oh, say hi. Say hi. My name is Claire. She's shy. She's shy. She's shy. Okay, here we go. It's gone. It's gone. Okay. There she goes. Say hi, Papa. Say hi, Papa. Say hi, Papa. Yeah. Say I'm getting ready to go to a little party. There's my daughter-in-law, y'all. Come over here and give her, show your face on here. Get over here. There's my daughter-in-law, y'all. Y'all got it.
Hello.
There she go, bringing us all these blessings with all these babies. We love them. All 4 of them. Yeah, they get ready to go to the park with the family. We share our grandbabies, y'all. We share them. Okay, love you, baby. Love you too. Uh-huh. Yeah. They going to the park with the rest of the family. Gonna have a little cookout over there with our oldest grandson. Isaiah. I tell you, he just loved being with family, both sides of his family, every side of his family, as well as the 3-year-old right there, Claire Ogle Lepper Livingston, and CJ, Clint Marshall Jr. Livingston. And then we got QJ, Quincy, Joel Livingston. Yes, indeed. He's 7 months now. Yeah. Yeah, he's 7 months now. Yeah. And Clint Marshall Jr. Livingston, he's 17 months, 18 months. Well, anyway, his birthday is coming up in July. Yeah, July. Claire's birthday is in June. QJ's birthday is in August. Isaiah's birthday is in November. Same day my birthday is. Yeah, we celebrate our birthday together every year. Isaiah Tolo Livingston. That's my baby boy right there. I go on the cross for all of mine. I nail myself to the cross for mine. Would you do it for yours? I want to give a shout out to my mom back home in Buffalo, New York, Kay Marbury Livingston. Yeah. And both of my sisters, Valerie Livingston, Susie Williams Livingston. Susie Williams Livingston is the oldest out of the two sisters. And Valerie is the baby girl. And I got my brother back home in Buffalo, New York. That's the baby of the family, Anthony Lamont Livingston. Yeah. And he got his son, Anthony Lamont Livingston Jr., called Humman, and his wife, Zena. And Valerie Livingston has Starlet and got her son-in-law, Alan Leeper, and the 3 grandbabies, Jason, Miguel, and Leah. Then we're going on up there to Detroit with Robert Lee Marbury. I always kid him about being Confederate, Robert Lee. All right, and his lovely wife, Georgia. Then they have their 3 prodigal sons, like my wife and I, Edward, Desmond, and David. Yeah. Then we'll travel south, y'all. We're going to travel a good ways south, to the dirty south, to Memphis. Yeah. In Memphis, we got Robert Jr. Livingston and his lovely wife, Retha Livingston, and their daughter, Jessica Rome Livingston, I have to say, and her mom and sister, her brother, and many nieces and nephews. Yes, indeed. Boy, 14 minutes just flew by that quick, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just flew right on by like a hummingbird. Yes, indeed. I'm just praying that my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter get to the park, their destination safe with the rest of the family and the rest of the grandbabies. They get to have a good time with their great-grandparents and their elder grandma and grandpa. Plenty of aunties, uncles, and cousins. Yes, indeed. I got a buddy back home named Boo Boo. I ain't gonna mention his biological name, but this goes out to you and your siblings as well. Send nothing but love to you. And one thing about my generation, generation before me, and generation before that, my granddad, my dad's uncles, and my brothers and our homeboys. When we tell each other we love them, it had nothing to do with no backdoor action. It had to do with straight up being a saltwater man. And I'll tell you, when you're evenly yoked, you can tell people that you love them with a strong handshake and look them in the eye with both barrels as they look you in the eye with both barrels and shake your hands 2 or 3 times, then you release. When you're a man embrace, when you shake that hand, you leave that hand in the head like this. You may keep it down there near the belly button or the pelvis. That way there, pelvis to pelvis don't touch when two men, real men, is shaking and greeting and embracing each other. Yep, that's how that go. I'm gonna make me my beak and carrot and Granny Smith apple drink, to put some iron into the detox my kidneys and my liver. I love doing this type of stuff. I went and got 2 carrots. I went and got 2 carrots yesterday and some beets and Granny Smith apples, some bananas and stuff and oranges. And so our granddaughter come over. Her 3 brothers wanted to stay over there at his great grandma's house and be with them. And so she stayed. We were sitting laying in my bed watching Bugs Bunny, and she said, Bugs Bunny eating carrots. She said, carrot? I want carrots. And I got up and I peeled the carrot and I cut it a little less than half. It was a nice sized carrot, circumference real. And we sat up in the bed. I cut it up a little bit. No, I just gave it to her after I peeled it, rinsed it off. And she's sitting up in there. And she ate that thing. And she don't want more carrots because we watched a marathon of Bug Bunny. So I come in, but this time I cut them into carrot sticks, like when you are getting buffalo wings or something like that. There, they give you the celery sticks and the carrot stick. And we sat up in there. And she watching Bugs Bunny and wanting me to tickle her. And I'm telling her, leave me alone. And the more I tell her, leave me alone, all she want to do is keep playing. Same thing with Isaiah. Same thing with Clint Jr. Same thing with Quincy. Once you start playing with them, shoot, they want you to keep on abusing them. I tell them, I said, if I was getting abused like y'all, I wouldn't want to be around nobody. And they just keep on running back. And I tickle them and tickle them and tickle them. Call myself making them burn off energy so they can take a nap. I'll be the one that's ready to take a nap. But yeah, we had a good time last night. Woke up this morning and then had to get out there and get my steps in. So that way there, I can exercise my lungs and my heart because your lungs is supposed to stretch like a rubber band, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to take note of this here. So when you're doing something, whether you're walking and you're running or you're splitting firewood or whatever you're doing, you're doing like this here, taking deep breaths in and exhaling it all the way out. Your lungs is stretching like a rubber band. They have to be used. They have to be used. Your heart, your pulse is racing because that's what they was created for those things there. I made a comment night before last because I've been saying this here for the last 7 years or so. Uh, it may be a little longer. I don't like the song "Amazing Grace." I can't stand the damn song. When I found out the meaning of it, and I try to tell people, why are you uh, and why do the church, especially the black church, always sing Amazing Grace? That song was written by a guy by the name of Newton, not Isaac Newton, but Newton. I can't remember what his first name is. He owned a cargo fleet of slave ships, you know, going from America, going over there, Europe and Brazil, over there to Africa to pick them up and come back, make a U-turn, drop them off at some places over this way. And so he make the lame excuse that and he didn't understand what the African language, but he made the language excuse that the African tribe was singing that there. And if there was, he couldn't understand it because he didn't know how to try to translate shit, you know. But that's a poet's excuse. But uh, people has been hardwired uh, in life, especially in religion um, of every denomination, especially of black folks, of singing Amazing Grace and don't even know where the damn song come from. It was a part of mind control uh, to once I was lost. Damn it, they wasn't lost. They was over in their own land. And you beat them in and tricked them into submission to get on that boat and treated them so bad. Some of them just got thrown overboard because they were stubborn as a mule, wouldn't do what you say. So y'all killed them or you throw them off and let the water kill them. So I'm just saying, uh, well, I know that when sometime I mention stuff to people and I tell them about it, and I show it to them, they don't believe me. But when it's people that have doctorates, masters, and bachelor degrees, BAs and stuff, and then they want to start believing. And that's okay too, as long as you start believing, But I cannot stand when that song come on, if I'm visiting somebody's church or at a funeral or something, I get the hell up and walk away until that song is finished being played and sung. No disrespect to uh, those who that day is meant for, but I don't agree with that song whatsoever. So learn the meaning of that song, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And you guys will start doing the same thing, uh, not clapping your hands and stomping your feet, because religion is another form of mind control and bondage religion, because you read. And that's the thing about it, you don't hear a lot of preachers say this here like the was when I was growing up and when our parents and grandparents were growing up. They say, read and show yourself approved. Everybody's just saying the one and only awesome mighty God. Well, when I read it and show myself approved for what it says in book of Genesis, chapter 126, where it says, let us make man in our image. So it don't say how many gods it is, but I know it has to be more than one. And I'm sure it's more than two. Then if you go and people start correcting people when and there's one book, it's a huge book called the Book of Psalms. And they say go to chapter 56 or chapter 32 or Psalms chapter 23. Psalms don't go by chapters, they go by pages. So you say Book of Psalm, page 1, all the way up to page 56. All right. So start correcting people on that there. Psalms is not identified and really recognized by chapters, ladies and gentlemen. They're recognized by pages. And on page 82 in the book of Psalms, it says that God standeth. Let me say it word for word so you guys will be able to um, understand what I'm saying. I'll be right back. Damn, how did that go off? Let's go up here. Let's see where we're at. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that there. But when I was growing up, they always say read and show yourself approved. So when you say something, you know it's coming straight from the word. Okay. Now this was what I'm gonna go to let me just go to 82 since I was already there because I explained to you guys about what it said. Okay, in Book of Psalms, page 82, it says this: God standeth in the congregation of the mighty; he judges among the gods. And then people always make a big emphasis. In this case, I have a bone to pick with you guys when you say it says lowercasing, a small g, a small o, a small d, and a small s, and then in the beginning it says God, capital G O D, standeth in the congregations of the mighty; he judges among the gods. His word, I guess this comes from him. If it don't come from him, right, this is man writing this here. So this goes for you guys if you disagree with what I'm saying. This comes from God's own words, letting us know that there's more gods. No matter if it's if the other gods that he is letting us know that there's more gods is lowercasing alphabet letters or higher casing, he still described them as gods, not as man, not as a damn animal. If you don't believe me, read it for yourself. And then you go to other translations. They say God. This is the New Living Translation. God provides over heaven's court. He pronounces judgment on the heavenly beings. That's what it says in the Living Translation. The heavenly beings. So the other gods is heavenly beings because the main God is the heavenly beings, and we don't know. I always tell people it's probably more gods than it is in the Congress and the Senate put together because they go there to prop up the main God who is symbolic, which is the president. And then that guy, the president, can't do everything. He's got to get approval from the Congress and the Senate, from the Republicans and the Democrats and the liberals. So if it worked like that, in at least in our republic, you know, it has to work like that up there in the heavens. And then when one of the lowercasing gods have their turn to stand up and hold a seminar or to speak, they are now not a lowercasing God, they're the higher casing God because they're a God. They're the God that's speaking, that's standing in the congregation of the mighty as he judges among the other gods. So that main God has his place to sit around the round table and becomes a lesser God. And that doesn't mean he doesn't have the same power. Don't get it twisted. So all you preachers and all you evangelists and all that kind of stuff, you can go into any book, any Bible dictionary you want, and explain this the way man explained it to y'all, right? I don't go for that bullshit. Because when all these other Bible dictionary stuff, when you add, it says don't add and don't take away. So all man doing is adding and starting damn confusion. So if you don't agree with me on this Book of Psalms, page 82, right? You don't believe in nothing in this book. Because it says read and show yourself approved. And a lot of y'all don't read this book, every page of this book, throughout your life, multiple times. On the low end, 13 times so far in your life, whether you're young or old. And some of you guys read them hundreds of times, this whole Bible, hundreds of times, just like it's a storybook. And no one can remember everything that they read. That's why we're constantly supposed to read. We at 29 minutes and 52 seconds into this here thing, y'all. And that's all I'm going to give y'all right now as I just held church, okay? As I just held Bible study, okay? as we just had understanding to read and show yourself prove, because who is you for me to tell you that you're wrong? That ain't what such and such meant. See, some things in this book need to be explained, some things don't. But it don't need to be don't need to be explained under the rule of man's understanding. Because I just told you that this book here so far, it give you confirmation. In Genesis 1:26, it said, it lets you know that there's more than one God. Right? Genesis 1:26 says, then God said, let us make human beings. No, that's the Living Translation. Same thing as a man. But in the King James, it said, God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. And then over in 26 in Living Translation, then God said, let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea. So whether you agree with me or not, I don't fault you, because, we've been hardwired to that. I always say this to people as we pass the 31-minute mark. This is what I say to people. I sure would like to have talked to Adam. I would love to have talked to Adam, who lived just up under a millennium. 900. He lived 900 centuries. Damn. Over 900 centuries. That's 900 years. 1,000 centuries. A 1,000 years make a millennium. Yeah. And then I love to ask him, the stuff that we've been taught and what we read in this book, is it true? But he'll tell us. I bet he'll say, no, we ain't never called the creators Yahweh. I bet you. I bet you my bottom dollar, and I ain't got but one. Hey, y'all. This is Facebook. This is the Gift of Gab. This is Twitch. This is the Gift of Gab. This is YouTube. Floyd Livingston, 8202. This is the Gift of Gab. I'm going to get up off here right now, but I guarantee you, because see, my grandbaby and them gone, and I'll be able to get back on here. And we'll talk about some other things. But yeah, but right now, I want to thank you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Listen, I'm talking about you, and all of you. I want to thank you for saving my life. Yes, it's a song that used to be like that. All right. My wife just made some homemade spaghetti. I'm going to get right now and call my baby brother. I'm going to go ahead and check up my text messages. I'm going to check up on Facebook messages and on Twitch. I'm seeing and everybody that's getting back to me on this here. And don't be afraid. Don't be a stranger. Hey, don't think that I'm right and you're wrong. Don't think that you're wrong and I'm right, because I don't think like that. Only people that do that there think that they know all the answers. And from my understanding, the definition of the know all the answers is to be the judge. And all the judges is up in the heavens. Yes. From opening up this universe to going to other universes. Them gods is spread it so near and you're so far away. I love you all. We're going to get up out of here, and I'll be back a little bit. I promise you this time. I do promise you. I do too.